Thanks so much for joining us for another edition of our Open Mic program. I feel like I am in this presence of greatness. I tell you, we got the who's who at our open mic today. We got the Secretary of I guess, Parks, Tourism, and everything that looks at for Arkansas, Shea, with us, and also the Tourism Director, Delaney, and the Mayor of Batesville, which we got to host the Commission for the Parks and Tourism, Rick Elumbaugh. Rick, thanks for having us out.
Absolutely. It's always good to have the Commission here. And like I said, I've always cherished the partnership that we've had.
Well, when we look at the state of Arkansas, Shea, we've seen a lot of damage from storms. We've seen floods. It felt like, the end of the world was coming there for a while because it just kept coming at us. And that has affected the state parks and even the tourism.
It has. It's had an impact this spring for us, but that's where the department's role is really important, is that we've got to continue to promote the state, and through these difficult issues or any things that happen out there, continue to promote the state, continue to raise awareness about what's going on. And what we want people to know is that the Arkansas Department of Parks, Heritage, and Tourism is a resource to communities all across the state.
That's true. That's where Delaney speaks up. I love the one of the meetings I went to Delaney. She says, we're going to look at, improve, or delete, basically, kind of what you have to look at. And one thing, you've reached out to communities, and they're like, you guys are here to help us promote even the small towns, not even only Batesville, but all over.
That's right. Yes, our mission is to promote the state of Arkansas, and we cannot do that without partnerships with all of our communities. So whether that's through direct grant resources that we offer to communities of all sizes, rural, big, cities like Batesville and towns like Batesville, for festivals and events, for tourism feasibility studies, all these resources that we offer to be in direct partnership with our communities.
And that's one thing, Rick, when you look at the communities, Cave City had a terrible tornado, terrible thing, and Batesville stepped up, and you guys were there. We're all in this together. We're all pulling the same way.
Absolutely. Our friend, Mayor Jonas Anderson, it was, like I said, unfortunately, the tornado came through there, but we were there. We were there the night after, right after it, 30 minutes after it. We had crews. They were calling me, said, what should we do? I said, go, don't ask. And that's the same thing, of course, another recreational town that we have to think about, tourism town, is the town of Hardy. We did the same thing with Hardy after the major flood. We spent, I think, 7 days up there working and trying to help them clear the riverbanks and all the destruction. So we're all in this together.
And I would say, go along with that is Governor Sanders often talks about, when Arkansas is challenged or when Arkansans are hurting, that's when we're at our finest moments, is that how people come together, how communities come together. It doesn't matter what county line or what city, we all care about what others are going through and want to support that. And we've seen that a lot this spring through all the weather events.
Many of us text the governor that morning. That's my hometown, was Cave City. She was there at 3 o'clock the next day and had a press conference, but that brought all the communities together. And I know that you were there. It was amazing.
Absolutely. And, like I said, thanks to the governor. I know Jonas can speak on that, more than I can, because he's dealt with her from the time that the tornado happened till now. Of course, they declared it as a disaster area federally, so that's huge for them. So thanks for Governor Sanders to moving in that direction.
Okay, now let's talk about the great things going on in Batesville. Downtown, man, has that been just amazing what you find downtown?
Well, I tell you what, we started this many, many years, and I say we work as a team here. It's not Rick Elumbaugh that does. I'd love to take credit for 100% of it, but hey, I tell you, we've got a good team from Main Street Batesville to the city council, to just our citizens. We've got a giving community, from our local banks to our industry. They're always there to help.
Well, let's talk about what people can expect when they come downtown. You've moved the entertainment from the Riverside downtown. That's amazing.
And I think that was a great move. We moved it because we're actually doing a $25 million renovation with a new event center and all-inclusive play, splash pads, a skate park, and so all those fun things. But moving that venue downtown, we've got the 11 Amp series with all the concerts coming in, and it's just a different vibe, and new restaurants opening, new investments in Main Street. And, I have to say, let me go back to the tourism, the partnership. I tell you what, you look at a lot of our playgrounds here, it's just not the city of Batesville. We have partnerships with the Tourism Commission and everything, and so we apply for those. And so thank you so much, guys, for that opportunity, because it's tough to go out there and purchase a playground. They're not just 50,000, 25,000. You're looking at $100,000 for a playground, but those will last for a lifetime, and they take care of so many of our needs here in our community.
That's one thing we can speak to. Every community can be served. Just contact the office.
That's exactly right. We have opportunities across the board. And, when I come to Batesville and we're here for this meeting, you see just the alignment of resources. And that's what the mayor is speaking about, is he's got just dedicated folks, that is a team that's working together. And the downtown is great. I mean, it's beautiful, great restaurants. I had one of the best lunches I've had in Arkansas yesterday, and retail shopping. That's what visitors and guests are looking for, are experiences. They want to come to Arkansas. They want a small town feel is a great feeling to have, an experience, and to be able to just walk down Main Street and see everything from the theater to the different restaurants, and shopping and everything together. It's a great experience.
Well, that's the partnership. And also with the tourism, every community, every event that's going on, they should contact you guys, Delaney, because you've got the people can help, guide, answer questions.
Yes, absolutely. Contact our office. We want to get all of those events listed on arkansas.com, which is our website where we send millions of travelers every year. We also work really closely with the Ozark Gateway Tourist Council that really works across the counties here in this part of the state, work directly with the mayors and the chambers here to promote all of the local businesses. So if you're not plugged into that organization, I'd also recommend reaching out to them.
Yeah, Kathy Drew's kind of a rock star. She's in the Batesville Chamber. I mean, you guys work together well.
Absolutely. Crystal Johnson, I can't say enough about the partnership we've had with the chamber as well as Kathy here, Kathy Drew. So it's been remarkable.
Well, guys, thanks for taking time out of your busy day to talk on the radio, but Open Mic just gives another opportunity for people to hear all the things going on in Arkansas.
Glad to be here in Independence County.
Glad to be here. Go Natural State.
Absolutely. Go Batesville.